Marvel fans, welcome to E equals MCU. It's your host Armand, the man with the plan. And there's an interview here I wanted to go over with you guys about Gabriel Luna and his take on what happened to the Ghost Rider series that was to premiere on Hulu. He did a lengthy interview a few days ago. And in that interview, he went over a couple of things I wanted to point out, because I think that they may be a hint to what's coming in the future. We do know that nothing has been greenlit or confirmed as far as Ghost Rider in the future going forward. And we know that we are getting such properties as Blade. There's a rumor of Werewolf by Night. And of course, we know we're getting Moon Knight. Now, within some of these Disney Plus shows, there's been a promise to bring a darker element to the MCU as a whole. And we still don't know what that's going to serve, as far as if this is something that's going to be on Hulu, or if it's going to be on Disney Plus, or if it's going to be on FX in some sort of way. But there has been rumors. So, Gabriel Luna take on basically Robbie Reyes and the future of any MCU project. Now, he was originally cast in Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. season 4, and they quickly put together plans for a spin-off show, and we know that show was going to be on Hulu. But unfortunately, those plans did fall through, and Marvel Studios dissolved Marvel TV, leaving him without a Marvel job. Now, in this interview, he did state that Marvel TV was paying him his fee to hold him in first position. And what that basically means is any actor who they have plans for, or they have a contract with, they have to pay that actor to not take any other acting jobs. So Marvel TV he said, like a year, they announced the series, 6 months went by, they were still looking for a showrunner, they had to pay him the fee. So that's the reason why he may have not been in any other things during that time period. So they did that a couple of times, and then the news came down that Marvel Studios was buying Marvel TV, had been dissolved into Marvel Studios. So with that, they did cancel the show, and then Hulu canceled production on the show. He sounds in this interview like he's really bummed out about the experience, but he did go on to say, and this is quoted by him, I tried to stay in the moment. This is interesting in talking to you. It's the first time I've done some recollection of the experience, and you never say no. You always say that it comes down to the story. If it's a great story and it makes sense, if I still feel the way I felt when I was reading for Jed and Mo that first day with Sarah Finn, it was a few years back. If I still feel it's just like breathing, that's what I felt with the character previously, then absolutely he would reprise his role in the MCU going forward. And that is a direct quote from him. Now, there's a couple of things he did in that interview in name dropping the Marvel Studios casting director, Sarah Finn. And she casted him for the Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. show. Now, I'm going to put a couple of things together here in speculation, all right? The fact that he was casted by her, I definitely think means if they're going to use the Robbie Reyes character going forward, they would likely use him as that actor, because Kevin Feige trusts Sarah Finn to do her job, and that's what she's done for the whole MCU. Now, she was one of the casting directors on Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D., and that's the reason why she casted that character. So that leads me to my next point. Now, there are rumors of a new Ghost Rider series to be in development. The character is going to appear in Doctor Strange of Madness. Now, that character that appears is going to be Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. So they're going to go back to the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider story. Now, there were rumors that could be Nicolas Cage reprising his role. But I haven't heard anything on it lately. and then they're saying it's going to spin off into a series so they can set up Sons of Midnight and do a show with Ghost Riders, with multiple Ghost Riders. Now, I think it's totally plausible that one of those Ghost Riders that appears in the show could be Robbie Reyes. And if it is Robbie Reyes, I think Gabriel Luna will be reprising his role as Robbie Reyes in that show. It may not be centered around him like it was previously, but they're definitely going to have like 3 or 4, maybe 5 different Ghost Riders in the show. So, I mean, you could take that for, what it's worth, but him speaking on it, there seem to be a lot of Marvel TV actors from the Marvel TV days now speaking upon reprising their roles in Marvel Studios going forward. So I think it's definitely, if it's something that Feige liked, and that was, let's be honest, probably the coolest thing about Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. when it was on, was when they got to the Ghost Rider season. You can tell they chewed up a lot of their budget on his special effects, but it was worth it from the standpoint of the story that they were telling with him and how they crafted it, and the episodes that he was included in. That was probably some of the best shows that they had throughout their run, and that's arguable because I know they were doing like half seasons at that point, but I definitely think he did the character justice. It sounds like, much like John Bernthal and Charlie Cox, he is still attached to the character and he wants to play him going forward. I think all of this is going to be resolved on Disney Plus Day. That's coming up in a few weeks here. We'll see if we get any announcements on this heavily rumored Ghost Riders show. And if we do, hopefully he gets announced as one of the cast. Now, if they bring back Nicolas Cage or not, that part to be Johnny Blaze, I don't know. I don't really even know how I feel about that. But given that they've been bringing back all the other characters, at least to pay homage, that'll be fine. But anyways, going forward, they have rumored that it was going to be a female Ghost Rider that would be the main protagonist for that show. So let me know how you guys feel about Gabriel Luna possibly returning to the Ghost Rider character. And if you'd like to stay on Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D., definitely let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel about that, and how you would feel about potentially Nicolas Cage coming back, or just having a whole new show with just centered around Ghost Rider. So if you like this video, make sure you like, make sure you share and subscribe. Until next time.